What if the trait people judge most in your zodiac sign is actually where your greatest spiritual power lives? The impatience, the intensity, the sensitivity, the distance. None of it is random. Every sign hides a gift inside the very thing the world misunderstood. And in this reading, I'm revealing all 12. Most astrology content stops at personality. I want to go deeper than that. Because your sign is not just a list of habits or a meme or a flaw dressed up as destiny. It is a pattern of energy. And when that energy is unconscious, it can look messy, dramatic, difficult, even self-sabotaging. But when it matures, when you work with it instead of against it, it becomes power. Real power. The kind that changes relationships, choices, timing, even the way your soul moves through a room. So stay for your sun, your moon, and your rising, because each one tells a different layer of the truth. Here's the framework I want you to hold as we move through this. Every sign has a shadow trait. That is the version people notice first. The reactive version. The unhealed version. Then there is the transformation point. The moment that trait becomes conscious. That is where friction turns into wisdom. And beyond that, there is the secret power, the higher expression, the gift hidden inside the inconvenience. Aries is not just impulsive, for example. Aries becomes catalytic. Virgo is not just critical. Virgo becomes healing precision. Scorpio is not just intense. Scorpio becomes alchemy. So as you listen, do not stop at the stereotype. Follow the energy all the way to its sacred form. Take a breath with me. We are not rushing this. We are moving sign by sign, like a guided walk through 12 different doors of the soul. Some of these will affirm what you already sensed about yourself. Some may surprise you. To make this easier to feel, not just understand, remember the journey of the zodiac has a rhythm. Fire begins the spark. Earth gives it form. Air gives it language. Water gives it depth. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius awaken will. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn build and refine. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius connect and reimagine. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces feel what others cannot always name. This is not random ordering. It is a map of human becoming. And by the end, you will see your sign as part of a much larger pattern. We begin with fire. These are the signs most often called too much. Too loud, too fast, too bold. But fire is never here to be small. It is here to initiate life. Aries. People often call you impulsive because they only see the speed. They do not see the instinct underneath it. Your hidden power is catalytic courage. You move before doubt has time to build a cage. And yes, in an ungrounded form, that can look reckless. But in your awakened form, it becomes sacred initiation. You are the one who starts what everyone else is too afraid to begin. I see Aries energy as the first footstep into a dark forest. No guarantee, no map, just life force saying, go. That power changes families, businesses, healing journeys, entire timelines. When you trust your urgency without becoming ruled by it, you become a living permission slip for bravery. And that is the thing about Aries. What looks like impatience is often a soul that can feel when the moment has arrived. Leo, your secret power is not attention. It is radiance. There is a difference. Attention asks to be seen. Radiance helps others see themselves. That is why your energy can fill a room before you say a word. People mistake that for ego, when often it is simply a heart that was built to lead from warmth. In shadow, yes, Leo can perform, overextend, chase validation. But in truth, your highest gift is courageous visibility. You remind people that joy is not shallow, expression is not selfish, beauty is not weakness. Sometimes your mere existence gives quieter souls permission to stop hiding. That is your power. to model wholeheartedness so fully that other people remember their own light. When fire matures, it stops burning for applause and starts burning for purpose. Sagittarius, you are not reckless in the way people think. Your hidden power is meaning-making. You are ruled by expansion, yes, but not expansion for its own sake. You are here to chase truth until it becomes wisdom. In shadow, this can look restless, blunt, commitment-averse, always reaching for the next horizon. But the higher expression is spiritual vision. You help people zoom out. You remind them there is a bigger pattern, a wider sky, a story beyond this one hard moment. I see Sagittarius as the sign that can walk through chaos and still ask, what is this teaching me? That question is medicine. Your gift is not escape, it is perspective. You turn experience into philosophy, pain into direction, wandering into revelation. So now you can feel the pattern. The trait people judge first is often just raw energy before it learns its sacred shape. And maybe that is true far beyond astrology. Maybe the parts of you that were called too intense, too emotional, too much, were never mistakes. Maybe they were untrained power waiting for the right language, waiting for your own respect. Now we move into Earth. These signs are often underestimated because their power does not announce itself. It builds quietly. It lasts. Taurus, people call you stubborn because they do not understand the holiness of your steadiness. Your hidden power is stabilization. You create safety in a world that is constantly shaking. In shadow, Taurus can resist change, cling to comfort, hold on too long. But in your highest form, you become the ground itself. The person others trust when life gets loud. The one who knows how to turn chaos into calm, scarcity into nourishment, survival into beauty. Your power is endurance with grace. You do not just persist, you regulate. You remind everyone around you that peace is a skill, and that slowness can be deeply intelligent. There is strength that explodes, and there is strength that stays. Taurus teaches the second kind. Virgo, the world often sees your overthinking before it sees your devotion. But your hidden power is sacred refinement. You notice what others miss, not because you are impossible to please, but because your soul is wired for improvement, healing, and precision. In shadow, this becomes anxiety, self-criticism, perfectionism, the exhausting belief that everything must be fixed before it can be loved. But in your evolved form, Virgo becomes a healer of systems, bodies, words, schedules, emotions, details. You bring order where there was overwhelm. You bring care where there was neglect. I see Virgo as the hands that straighten the altar cloth before prayer begins. Not for control, for reverence. Your gift is making life more workable, more honest, more whole. And that is why Virgo energy matters so much. Refinement is not nitpicking when it comes from love. Capricorn, people reduce you to ambition, but that is only the surface. Your hidden power is mastery through devotion. You understand something many people resist, that real freedom often requires structure. In shadow, Capricorn can become rigid, overly guarded, obsessed with achievement, afraid to soften. But in your highest expression, you are a builder of legacy. You know how to take a dream and give it bones. You know how to stay when others lose discipline. You know how to honor time. That is spiritual. Because mastery is not glamour. It is repetition with meaning. Your power is not just success. It is the ability to create something that outlives your mood, your fear, even your current identity. If you are still here, I want to know which sign is hitting hardest so far. Tell me your sun, moon, or rising as we go, because the deeper pattern is about to become even clearer. Here is the higher order truth. Fire hides power in action. Earth hides power in endurance. Air hides power in perception. Water hides power in feeling. So, when a fire sign is judged, it is often for moving too fast before others are ready. When an earth sign is judged, it is often for holding firm when others want quick change. When an air sign is judged, it is often for thinking in ways others cannot immediately follow. And when a water sign is judged, it is often for feeling what others have spent years trying not to feel. Each element carries medicine. Each one gets misunderstood at first glance. Now we enter air. This is the realm of mind, language, connection, pattern recognition. These signs often get called detached or inconsistent. But what they really are is mobile. Gemini, your hidden power is translation. People call you scattered because they can feel how quickly your mind moves, but they miss the brilliance of that movement. You are not meant to live in one lane forever. You are meant to connect ideas, people, perspectives, worlds. In shadow, Gemini can become fragmented, restless, performative, afraid of depth because motion feels safer. But in your highest form, you make complexity understandable. You find the sentence that unlocks the room. You ask the question no one else thought to ask. You make life feel possible again by showing that there is always another angle, another path, another conversation. That is not inconsistency. That is intelligent adaptability. Multiplicity is not confusion when it is guided by consciousness. Libra, your hidden power is relational truth. People call you indecisive because they only notice the pause. They do not understand what is happening inside that pause. You are weighing energies, consequences, tones, fairness, timing, beauty, and emotional impact all at once. In shadow, this can become people-pleasing, avoidance, over-accommodation, fear of conflict. But in your awakened form, Libra becomes exquisite discernment. You sense imbalance before it breaks the structure. You know when something looks beautiful but feels wrong. You know how to bring grace into difficult spaces. Your gift is not just harmony. It is the ability to reveal what real harmony requires. Sensitivity to balance is not weakness. It is a form of intelligence. Aquarius, you are often called detached because your emotions do not always move in conventional ways. But your hidden power is visionary objectivity. You can step back from the immediate drama and see the pattern underneath. In shadow, that distance can feel cold, aloof, unreachable. But in your highest form, it becomes liberation. You are not here to repeat the world as it is. You are here to imagine what it could become. I see Aquarius as the one standing slightly outside the circle. Not because you do not care, but because that vantage point lets you see the future trying to enter. Your power is innovation with conscience. You give language to what has not yet been normalized. You make freedom thinkable. And again, the pattern returns. What others misread as distance may actually be perspective. What they call inconsistency may be range. There are moments in life when self-understanding changes everything. Not because you become someone new, but because you finally stop apologizing for the shape of your spirit. Destiny often begins there. Now we enter water, the final arc, and in many ways the deepest one. These signs do not just experience emotion, they metabolize the invisible. Cancer, people call you too sensitive because they do not understand that your hidden power is intuitive protection. You feel shifts early. You sense needs before they are spoken. You remember what hurts, what heals, what makes a space safe enough for a heart to open. In shadow, Cancer can cling, withdraw, overprotect, let mood become weather for everyone nearby. But in your highest form, you are emotionally generative. You create belonging. You nourish what is fragile until it becomes strong. That is not weakness. That is sacred guardianship. Your sensitivity is a radar. It helps you love with precision. Feeling deeply is not the problem. Unvalued feeling is. Scorpio, your hidden power is alchemical transformation. People sense your intensity and call it intimidating, secretive, extreme. But what they are really feeling is your relationship with truth. You do not skim surfaces well. You were not built for casual contact with life. In shadow, Scorpio can become controlling, suspicious, self-protective to the point of isolation. But in your awakened form, you become the sign that can survive endings and return with wisdom. You can sit in grief without turning away. You can sense what is false beneath polished appearances. You are not just intense. You are initiatory. Your power is the ability to die to one version of yourself and emerge more honest, more potent, more free. That is rare. That is spiritual resilience at its most profound. And after Scorpio, only one sign remains. The one that dissolves the boundaries the others spent so long defining. Pisces, your hidden power is spiritual permeability. People call you escapist because they can feel how porous you are, how easily you drift beyond the obvious world. In shadow, that can become avoidance, fantasy, blurred boundaries, confusion, exhaustion from absorbing too much. But in your highest expression, Pisces becomes compassion with vision. You feel the unseen currents. You imagine realities before they take form. You carry a tenderness that can reach what logic cannot. Your gift is not losing touch. It is touching more than most people know exists. Art, prayer, dreams, symbols, synchronicity, mercy. All of that moves through your sign. You remind the rest of the zodiac that not everything real can be measured. So here is the deeper truth beneath all 12 signs. Your secret power is not separate from your struggle. It is braided into it. The very trait that got mislabeled, mocked, disciplined, or misunderstood may be the doorway to your highest expression. Aries learns courage through urgency. Taurus learns peace through resistance. Gemini learns brilliance through multiplicity. Cancer learns intuition through sensitivity. Leo learns radiance through visibility. Virgo learns healing through refinement. Libra learns truth through balance. Scorpio learns power through transformation. Sagittarius learns wisdom through seeking. Capricorn learns mastery through devotion. Aquarius learns liberation through perspective. Pisces learns compassion through permeability. Nothing was wasted. Not even the part of you that once felt like too much. And if this reading stirred something in you, stay close. There is so much more to uncover in your chart than your sign alone. Your moon explains your emotional instincts. Your rising reveals how your soul meets the world. Your houses show where these powers are meant to unfold. So let this be the beginning, not the end. Take a breath. Let that settle. And if you feel seen right now, there is a reason you found this reading. If you want deeper guidance like this, subscribe and keep walking with me. And if you're ready to go further into your personal astrology, you can find more readings and spiritual tools at controlmyfate.com. Tell me which sign revealed you most today, and share your sun, moon, and rising below so this space can become a mirror for all of us. Thank you for being here, truly. Take what resonated, let it settle, and if you want another reading after this, there's one waiting for you on screen. Drop your big 3 in the comments, and I'll see you in the next reading.